If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Three Gaffers podcast. Myself, Edward Brooks.
Joe Loudon.
James Francis.
Last week we had a Premier League roundup talking about all the fixtures from the previous Premier League week. Mm-hmm. A lot of interesting results. We also talked recent transfer rumours and everything going on in the transfer world of football.
Yeah, oracles here, that's what we are.
We talked about Ancelotti becoming Brazil's new manager for their next tournament.
Dangerous. World Cup 2026. Woo.
Nah.
We
compared goalkeepers of past and present with some heated debates.
Donnarumma, top 10 in the world. Ever. Top 10 ever. Not even top 10 in the world, top 10 ever. Crazy.
We talked about the Europa League final when the release of today's video and podcast
will be the final of the Europa League.
Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur.
And we'll have our final thoughts on it, won't we?
Winners.
Final thoughts today. Final thoughts.
Yeah, we will go into a big section on that as well as a combined starting 11, which we will get into later.
Of course we will.
Also, we talked all things Amarin in
United.
And Amarin out. Where are we on that, boys? Amarin in, Amarin out.
Always in.
In. Because if they're going to keep playing like this, great.
Yeah, if they keep playing like that in the league, he can stay
until
in.
next season. It's in.
Yeah. So should we move on to what happened in the Prem this week?
What happened in the Prem this week? What happened
Prem
in
this
the
week?
Prem
So obviously you had Villa. We had the Friday night kickoffs. We had the Villa beating Spurs 2-0. We've obviously you had Kamara and Ezri Konsa, the Englishman, getting onto the score sheet, which keeps them in the Champions League conversation. Really.
I really think if they were in the Europa League this season rather than the Champions League, I think they would have gone on and win the whole thing.
They would have battered United.
I think they would have battered both of them. I think Villa really.
It would have actually been embarrassing.
Of course, really.
I think they would have done it.
But yeah, Spurs still sitting down in 17th, but they did play a very weak side to obviously relax and wait for the final on today for everyone who's watching. But obviously, it was always going to be a Villa win. Didn't you think?
I couldn't have seen Spurs win.
Exactly. Imagine if Spurs had won that. It would have
they
been
both give up on the Prem because it's like, what are they going to get?
How many points is in it between Spurs and United now in the league?
1.
We're very close.
So 1 point.
Who have you got on final day season?
It's not Villa, is it?
It is Villa.
So you're getting no points from that. And who has Spurs got on the final?
3-0, mate.
Spurs have got
What's that, James? No.
Don't worry about it.
Spurs. I don't even know who Spurs.
I was going to say Brighton then, but I think I'm fully wrong.
You haven't got Brighton, no, because Liverpool are playing Brighton tonight. I don't know what the result is, but Liverpool have played Brighton tonight, which has no relevance other than the fact that Brighton can obviously push on to maybe get that 8th spot, which could be Conference League if Chelsea finish out of the Champions League.
Well, they need something now due to what happened with their rivals in the FA Cup final, but we'll get onto that in the later section after the roundup.
Yeah, well, moving on to another team that lost this week in the Premier League is Man United. Again.
We've clearly give up on the league.
We've heard this song before, haven't we,
boys? Do you know what?
We really
have. Literally give up.
You lost 1-0 to Chelsea, which isn't a bad result if you think about it.
Given up at this point.
Harry Maguire.
Players given up.
Harry Maguire put you 1-0 up, but it was ruled off for offside. That was a bit of a shame.
I'm still fuming about that.
Was he offside, do you reckon?
Was he?
Nah.
No?
Plays for United, of course, it wasn't.
Offside?
No. Harsh.
He didn't even see the game.
Harsh.
I don't watch the game.
They decided to show the player it was near him, but what about the other guy?
Yeah, well, you know what? Look, I thought it was very touch and go with the VAR and offside decision, but until we get automated offside in the league, it's not going to get sorted. Once it does, then we won't ever have to argue with it because
but there's going to be stuff like a little, like someone's hair is slightly offside, and
no way.
No, because it works off body parts, so it's like
anything you can score.
It can be it's anything you can score with. So like if anything from elbow down is not offside. So if your elbow.
His goals back in the day.
Yeah,
he scored with everything. That guy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
good player.
Yeah.
Well, then we move on to the early kickoff on the Sunday because there was no Premier League games on the Saturday. Forest beating West Ham, which gives them a slim chance on Champions League football, but it seems.
At the beginning. Did you see that? Morgan Gibbs-White, he went, one more game, and he was
back-to-back goals, isn't it?
He looked straight down that.
Do you know what it is? If Forest get Champions League, Gibbs-White stays, but if I think they don't, then I just.
Where's he going to go?
City. Anyway, we'll move on to transfer talk a bit later on.
Not a lot of minutes, but Yeah.
We'll move on to transfer talk in a little bit, but it definitely puts them in the Europa League conversation, 100%. Like they're only a point off Chelsea and Villa. Chelsea and Forest play last day of the season. There is a massive chance of them to get that Europa League spot. Imagine Chelsea finish conference. That'd be so good.
Inject it. Oh my god.
Innit? That'd be great.
Think Chelsea getting conference?
Yeah.
They've been in conference this year.
No, but the hope is that if Chelsea finish outside the Champions League space, 8th place goes to goes as a Conference League spot because they physically can't play in the Europa League after winning. Well, that's if they win the Conference League, but they should.
Who they got in the final, innit?
Betis.
Yeah. Anthony.
Come on.
2 trophies, mate.
The ring.
Only player to do it.
That's true, isn't it? If you win and they
2 European trophies.
He wins
2 European trophies
No,
in
he
the
gets 2
same
medals.
season.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
That is a bit mental. Ballon d'Or for Anthony. Crazy.
You can... Oh, stop.
Well, moving on to the final game we're going to talk about.
Move on.
Arsenal secured Champions League football and second place after they capitalised on a wasteful Newcastle.
You sound very happy about that, Joe.
What a wonderful,
Who didn't take their chances?
really successful season you've had, eh?
It was a brilliant game of football. In the 90 minutes, it was a very competitive match, and I'll give it to you guys.
I think it should have been a draw, but
I think we dominated possession. You had better chances. We took our chances, and
No,
Declan
when I
Rice
say
took
you-
a moment of top world class brilliance.
it was a bit of magic
to beat you.
Declan Rice scoring a 25-yard curler into the bottom goal. It's
Yeah.
a bit of magic, but obviously, look, we had our chances in the first half. We didn't capitalise on it. We then put all the pressure on them in the last 10 minutes.
No, there was
nothing
No,
happened.
the second half was complete.
That's what I mean.
last
Nothing
half.
really happened.
The whole second half.
It wasn't. I watched the whole
It
game.
was, mate. You had about 5
I
minutes.
watched the whole game. It wasn't. But
They went how many minutes?
But you know what? I got
It was like 6 minutes at a time. They went like
7.5.
Yeah,
but that's because of
oh.
you lot time wasting. But that's fair.
There you go. Yeah.
That's fine.
Fuck it now.
But look, what I was going to say is,
keep going, Joe.
You got to give you credit to Arsenal. They took their chance
Cheers,
that
mate.
they got, and it was a nice goal. It was a lovely goal.
In a lovely brand new kit that looks beautiful. What
Bottom 5 in the
beautiful
league.
new kit.
Bottom 5 kits in the league.
That's your trophy, mate.
That kit's a trophy in itself. It's
Is
beautiful,
it?
mate. That's
Say that again.
a beautiful kit.
That kit's a trophy.
That kit for me, I love it.
Right next to your We Beat Real
He'll
Madrid
get it
trophy.
framed.
I love it.
He'll get it framed.
I love it. Oh yeah, I love the new shirt. I think this season's been a weird one because before the season you set your standards.
It's just been the same as like the last 5, though.
It's this in a way,
Falling
yeah.
short again.
But I disagree because we didn't fall short at the end of the season. We fell short already in December, and it's like any business. You set your expectations, your standards at the beginning of the annual year, and then you get halfway through and you have to adjust your standards.
I don't know what ours were, but
And
they definitely
I
were.
don't know what yours were, but we had a certain standard. Obviously, it was to win silverware due to what we've had this year.
Some teams can.
With the most injuries in the Premier League and with the most injuries, and with certain situations happening, I still think we've played.
You've
well
had a lot of
this
injuries.
year.
You've
To
had
have
a
the
lot of
most
injuries
in the league and finish second is an achievement. It's not a trophy.
But
it's an achievement.
Yeah, but when spending like 700-800
other
million,
team's
it's
done
not
that.
really comparable to anyone else in the league. Like
What?
other than City, there's no one. Unfortunately, and United and Chelsea, there's no one comparable to you when you spent 700-800 million in the league.
Not this year.
You've built this squad for the last 3 years.
No,
You've
it's
spent
been
100
like
million,
5, 6
115
years,
on
mate.
Rice. You spent like,
And what have they won?
you tell me,
Well, this is
60
gonna be
million
the
on
biggest transfer
Havertz.
window we've ever had, apparently, coming at the board. It's the most there ever been
And
spent in one
look,
window.
I respect that you've got Zubimendi over the line, but at the moment there's no one else secured down yet, and anything can happen. A bigger club can come in, can't they? Like Man United
We'll see. Because I love it, because when we joke
biggest.
about these things, and what's happened so far is every time we joke about Arsenal, when you guys were joking about last week's episode, saying,
You took it really well.
You're going to lose. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Really
It's
well.
a really well.
When you said we're going to
really
lose the last 2 games, and we've gone and just got the job done in the first one, you know.
Do you know what? When I was saying that, I wasn't fully confident. I was like,
Yeah, you were.
no, I wasn't. I wasn't fully
I
confident.
thought Newcastle would win.
No, I
But
wasn't
We
because
turned up more. We wanted that win more. We wanted.
I thought Newcastle would have did it.
I thought
Wood did it.
Wood did it.
Wood did it.
Do you know what it
I
is?
thought Newcastle Wood did it.
Your standard Man United fan.
Do you know what it is though? I think we had our chances. We were missing Isak. We were missing Joe Linton.
Yeah, come on, mate.
Yeah, I was about to.
All right,
So we were having a thing then.
Yeah, we were.
What thing? Anyway, you two calm down.
Go on,
This is recorded.
I'll say it. Boys for life.
Oh my god. Oh my god, look at
Gaffers 1 and 2, mate.
Gaffer 1, Gaffer 2, Gaffer 3.
Go on, trees.
Actually, it makes sense
Number
now.
3. Yeah,
Because if you do end up with...
oh, I thought you were talking about the numbers.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
1, 2,
Carry on, no,
3.
Joe, come on, this is the Joe show, come on. It's your time.
See these lot thinking it's all little fun and games. I'm trying to give out good ball knowledge here, and you're just taking the mickey. Anyway,
That'll be a first.
better than any of your knowledge. But we were missing Isak, Joe Linton. We were missing a few key players.
Sounds more like an Arsenal fan than an actual Arsenal fan. Excuses.
No,
Oh, here we go.
I was expecting Isak to start.
You
There
were
was
saying
no,
that when we didn't have Saka against you, when we didn't have Havertz.
Didn't matter,
against you,
Lewis
when
Hall
we
would
didn't
have
have a
pocketed him.
striker, when we didn't have a midfielder.
do you know what's funny? It didn't matter when you came to our ground earlier on this season when Saka was playing and Lewis Hall pocketed him. So shut up. And
I don't remember being this rattled when we lost to you, whereas now we...
it's 5-1 on aggregate. You've scored 1 goal and we scored 5 against you. We've beaten you 3
Ours
times.
was the one that
Not a
counted,
big
mate.
problem. Huh?
Ours was the one that counted.
No, wasn't we won a trophy? Did you win anything this season?
We got guaranteed Champions League football. You're going to get...
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was about to move on to. If you give me 1 sec.
Everton. Come on. Final day.
Didn't
No,
realise.
I'm joking. What do you think that result will be? I really want
4-0.
to
I reckon
get
we
that down.
absolutely pump
I'd
them.
love to know.
4-0. I reckon
What
we
do you actually
absolutely
think the
pump
result will
Everton.
be between Everton and Newcastle? Because
4-0,
I've
we
got a
pump
bold
them.
prediction, and it's going to annoy one of you. And I think you know who.
He's going to say that we draw against him or something.
I am.
I mean, Pickford's on form, but...
I'm going 1-1.
3-0.
That's what I was
3-0
about to say.
Newcastle.
3-4-0.
3-0 Newcastle.
3-4-0.
Last time he said 3-0 Newcastle was against Arsenal, and Arsenal went on to win 1-0, so I like your reverse psychology there, James. I love that.
There was no reverse
I love-
psychology
I
there.
love
He just
that.
genuinely believed
It's
it.
what's going to happen, you know what I'm saying?
I
We're
love
at
it.
home.
playing both
It's
sides
last day of
right
the
Yeah,
season.
you are. You're clever.
Whole crowd is going to be behind us. It's going to be a massive time. The only thing, none of them are going to be fighting for anything other than Pickford to try and stop us from winning it. But a goalkeeper,
Imagine that.
can't stop it with his little short arms. So
Better goalie than you got.
I'm not a shot stopper.
One plays for England, mate.
More available, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more available.
A lot better
but
goalkeeper,
I'd say
if
he's
anything.
better.
He's had a
as-
lot better career.
I'd say he's better at distribution. I wouldn't say he's much better at shot stopping than Pope.
He's one of the best players for England, mate. When he does play for
General
England.
shot
Did
stopping.
you just say shot stopping?
Yeah.
They were saying on Sky Sports the other day, you need to upgrade your goalkeeper for shot stopping because a top
then
5 goalie would have saved that shot from Rice.
No,
That
they
would have tipped
wouldn't.
it to a side.
No, they wouldn't. That was a great shot from Rice. That's just.
It was a good shot, but Ryan would have
You
saved it. Ryan would have
literally
saved it,
before
mate.
this, you said it was a moment of brilliance.
It
from
was a
Rice.
moment of brilliance.
Exactly. It's not. It's one of those shots that, unless you're positioned perfectly, it doesn't really matter.
Wednesday night Europa League final.
Oh, that you were boring, man.
I was going to ask you, lot.
That's clip
I
of
was
the
gonna-
episode.
I was gonna-
Manchester United play Spurs tonight when this video comes out.
I was going to ask you, lot, who do you think's finishing in the last Champions League places? But you know what? It doesn't matter anymore, does
you
it?
want to do that.
You. Right.
So there's a big final day for the Premier League on the last game week. A lot of teams fighting for that Champions League spot.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, are you confident? Because you were all big, Mr. Big Bollocks, the other last couple of weeks, and now are you still got that
Yeah, it's in our hands.
ego?
We win
Or
at,
do you really?
it's in our hands. We win at home. We get Champions League.
I don't think you've got to. You've got to. I think there's no way you don't.
The only way it works out for us is if Chelsea draw to Forest. That's the only way where we get top 5.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
If Chelsea, what's
Then
the way?
again, them
How can you
against
miss
them
out
against
on it?
Forest, mate.
I know,
Final
I'm
day at
trying-
Forest's ground.
Where's it at?
Forest's ground.
That'll be a scrap. That
Can Forest finish above you, or can they not?
Not above our.
they've had a season then.
They
have
are.
had a season.
What a season!
They're
mate.
2 points behind us. So if we draw, we've got a higher goal difference. So we could draw or win, and if Forest beat Chelsea, then we'd still get top 5.
Can we talk about something that just I can't stop thinking about? If City lose the final game of the season after what happened with the final, which we'll get on.
We've got Bournemouth on Tuesday.
if they lose that game and everyone else around them win, and City are the team to miss out somehow. Imagine Man City not playing Champions League football.
I can't have it. I can have it. I can definitely have it.
Yeah, I know it's not most likely not going to happen.
I can't see him missing out.
I can't see him missing out.
After the season they've had, yeah, but...
Could you imagine?
There's no way they miss out on that.
Because then they've had that kind of bad season where it's been that bad that it then would have affected next season.
No trophies either.
No trophies and no Champions League football. When you don't get Champions League football, you're affecting not just your current season, you're affecting your next season because you're not going to be in the top European competition.
Yeah, but they'd probably win
they win the Europa with ease.
They probably win the Prem.
They're not going to look forward to Thursday nights when they've also got the Premier
League. They wouldn't have to look forward to Thursday nights. They put their third team out and they just probably get to like the semis and then that's when they start playing their first team.
Agreed, but it's a lot Europa League. I know that takes a toll. Because when you're playing Europa League, you look at what's happened to Spurs and United. You're focusing much on your game on Thursday night, especially when you're going later on in the competition. Technically. James, you can agree with me on this bit. When you're going later on in the competition, you're playing the more bigger sides, right, in the competition. You're focusing so much on Thursday that even you said yourself, both of them are just giving up on the league.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, so then that affects their league position.
Yeah, but that's also, but that's...
They can't get relegated.
No, but also, I think the only reason they gave up on the league this year is because they were already so low before.
Amrin made a statement he was going for Europa. Like he made a statement.
Not as soon as he came in.
No, not as soon as
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Not. So it's not the same. Like you'd already been dropping lower and lower and lower, and then you've realised now you can't get in to any of the European.
So of course,
exactly. No, but I'm not. So what I'm saying is it doesn't matter because you were always going to focus on it as soon as that happened.
We are both like maybe more than me. I'm not having it.
He's Peter Crouch over here going like...
Okay.
Anyway,
so
I said
Newcastle.
We're not even there yet.
Well, I said Newcastle will finish. I reckon Villa will get it, and I reckon City will get it. I think Chelsea miss out. Yeah, because I think Forest and Chelsea draw.
Spending all that money as well, and to not get.
I think Chelsea get Europa.
Again.
What do you reckon?
Wow.
Who gets Champions League out of the last three? There's obviously Villa, Chelsea.
Let's all make a prediction now.
City aren't going to miss out.
Yeah.
City aren't missing out. No.
And then you look at Chelsea and Villa. Put them side by side. Villa are a better side.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree.
So you just said two though.
So then you think Newcastle's the
You think Newcastle got it as well?
Have you just already
Newcastle get it.
Good lad. What do you reckon, Adam? Oh, he's going to say something.
Because I think then again, what happens if Forest beat Chelsea?
They go even if we draw.
You were going to say something then.
No, but even if
you hold it back.
Even if we draw, we still go up above Forest.
It's how Joe looked at me when I was going to say what when he looked at me and went. So who do you think is going to do it, Ed? And then he looked at me like, if you say... and he looked at me like, yeah.
Say it then.
No, I will say something with chest right now.
Go on, say it.
If we're going on who has been the third best team in the Premier League this season, it's Newcastle. So you should get the result. I think
it'll be a carriage of misjustice
team, and the reason I say that
if we didn't get it
is if you look at Everton, why they're in the position they're in this season, they have got the most draws out of any side in the Premier League, and that's not me saying you're going to drop points. I'm just saying if there's going to be a team that you draw to at home, it's going to be Everton because they've got the most draws in the Premier League.
Yeah,
that's all
I
I'm
see that.
saying. But I do think it will be Newcastle in third. I think fourth spot will go to...
It'll be City. Sorry.
City, yeah. No, I do agree with that because it's just got to happen. Like, if not, then Pep's going to have a meltdown. He's going to scratch his head again.
I need to see another meltdown.
I think, it's annoying because we're all kind of agreeing with each other. But I think... like,
no, you're wrong. You're wrong about everything you say.
Yeah. It's what you said, James, is the defining factor. You put up side by side Villa's side, Chelsea's side, which is mental to say because of how much money Chelsea has spent on their squad. You put them side by side, Villa have the better team.
Oh, mime in the building. Crazy. Right.
Who wins?
What? Well, we've got to move on to Wednesday night, which is tonight.
Europa League final
between Manchester United and Spurs.
You've got a future in that, you know.
Who wins it? They both have rested players for this match. What could it mean for each other's seasons? Seasons?
It's John.
Now, but what could it mean for your season? What would it mean for your season? It would obviously be a saviour.
Obviously, it saves it.
But like,
We are gonna.
Would it be
It's not an if because we are.
It's inevitable.
We're winners.
It's in your DNA.
well, what would it mean for Spurs? I think for Spurs it would be.
What does it mean for them?
Because they would win their first trophy in.
There's a difference.
God knows
There's
how
a difference in why United
I
will win
don't
the
care
final.
And it,
There's a reason why.
Damn.
2008.
That man.
2008. They
Statman
last won
Joe.
the trophy.
James, I
So that
reckon,
is
I reckon there's a
literally-
reason why United win that final, and it's because majority of
Pedigree.
Spurs fans,
DNA.
that as well. Majority of Spurs fans, disregarding the result, want Ange out. If he wins or loses, they want him out. Whereas you guys, you still believe in that manager and his system and how he plays. You still believe in it. And I think them fans alone in the ground, them United fans, you're not gonna hear a Spurs fan. I think it's going to be that loud from United because they're going to be the only team there that believe in that project.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It could also it's another way.
You like that? He really liked that.
I mean, you could flip that though, but you could make it as if Ange's already going to go, you want that fire. He's going to have that fire in his belly.
Yeah,
to go.
the manager is. Don't mean
to
the
go-
players will.
Yeah, but the manager fires up the players. He picks the team. He gets the
They're
ones
not
that-
winners though.
They're not winners.
I'm
mate.
not disputing that, but I'm saying like there is.
Funny enough, half our club and the players, but the club is.
Who would have thought that you would have won
DNA.
that FA Cup final against City?
Me.
I was
believe
hungover
that.
City. So
But this is
really
yeah,
count.
but still, who
believe
would have
the whole
thought
time.
you would have won that?
I believe
And that's
that.
a lot better team than Spurs. So I've got no doubt in my mind. It's gonna
We
be
come
United.
alive. We come alive in them times.
Bruno does in particular.
We come alive.
Bruno really does. I think we'll get.
What do you mean?
No, Bruno.
Bruno's a bigger.
5 seasons, 5 finals.
Bruno
will
will
a
either-
better big game.
Bruno will
player
either
than
come
Isak.
alive or he'll hide. It's what happens with like
Bruno's
Portugal.
a better big game player.
Yeah, but
than
it's
Isak.
what happens with Portugal as well. He'll either come out and shine, which he sometimes does.
He's not the main man at Portugal. That's why he never shines at Portugal.
Didn't ask.
You just said that.
No, I said he sometimes shines and he sometimes disappears. It depends on the
But when
atmosphere
he
of the
does
game.
shine, it's in a Man United shirt, and it's when he's leading his side. He's in a final.
Well, it depends.
And he's not whinging.
If he gets trapped out the game by say I don't know, like if they double up on him, it becomes a lot more difficult for Man United.
If Spurs double up on
Spurs-
I don't think they know how to double up.
They've got that in the tank. Really? I'm going to look silly if like. But they've got that in the tank. Really?
Good.
Really?
Bruno Fernandes is not exactly rapid. They could literally just whack like 2 players on him and just make it so that you have no attacking like outlet.
Oh my god.
He's not.
Do you really think? Do you really think Tottenham are going to win? Are you just doing it for views?
I think they've got an equal chance as United do.
You really think it's 50-50?
Yeah,
Regardless of the fact that they've done us over 3 times.
they've done you. Oh, that's
Regardless.
what makes it 50-50.
No, regardless, like
What
it's a-
happened
they've
this
got your
weekend
number.
with
It
us and you?
is a final.
What happened?
It's a final, mate.
It's different.
It's a final.
Yeah, it is different.
And United come alive in finals.
All I'm saying is, I think it's very 50-50. I'm not saying
No,
that.
but I love it.
No,
that
but-
you're arrogant, but it's because
But that
you
is
support.
because the players are arrogant. Like
Well, anyway,
they're spoiled, and like, they're gonna perform because they're on the stage, and it's all about having them in the spotlight, and they're gonna perform.
They
And
are
they're
going to
do it.
perform, and if that's
And then-
what you think,
They're gonna do it.
let's do a little combined 11.
that's what I was about to
Let's
say.
get started.
So
Let's
what?
go.
We're going to do it.
Shit, mate, James. I'm alright.
Guys, 1 and 2, come on.
Go on, Jay, do you want to start a little?
Right. Well, are we doing it in the? We're going to do it in 4-3-3. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
4-3-3.
Everyone plays 4-3-3.
3-4-2-1.
Whatever formation you want.
No
Right,
matter
we'll
what
go-
formation, it's all United.
We'll go 4-3-3 then. Right. So how about we all start off with our keeper? Who's your keeper?
Onana.
Onana.
Look, no, you got to look down the camera every time you say it.
Onana.
Vicario.
Vicario.
All right. So we go left
That
backs.
pains me to say that.
Right. Left back. Who's your left back?
Oh, you've deliberately done it that way.
Why are you
haven't
going left back first?
Yeah, because he's
you
done
go
it.
right back
yeah,
first.
He's winded you up now. Here we go.
You go right back first. Why are you going left back
Let's,
first?
right.
No, let's go left back.
All right.
first.
Sorry.
Left back
Sorry. Right back first.
Ah,
go on, James. For you,
right
for your
back.
simple
No,
mind.
we'll go left back.
No, for your
You've already
simple
said
mind.
it.
Left back.
All right. Left back. Go.
Fuck it, Dallo. He's been playing there. He plays there.
No, it's
That
definitely a doggy. A doggy gets left back.
Do you want the problem?
We're talking about a 4-3-3.
Yeah, but do you know what the problem is here? I know you're both going to look at me like I'm mad, but Dalot, I've liked him. I've really liked him for a while.
That's
but
a right back.
I think he just doesn't suit. If he went to a different club, I reckon he'd just do so well. But under United,
and he is a right back.
Yeah, so I do go and Doggy. Yeah, I think he's a decent left back, and he did really well in the Serie A in his time there, and he's coming quite young.
Yeah, Udinese.
Didn't
do too bad though.
Yeah, mate, ball of knowledge.
Left centre back.
Left centre
Left
back.
centre back.
Go on then, James.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah, Lenny Euro. Yeah,
Is
plays.
Euro the one on the right?
Euro plays on your left because Mazraoui plays on your right, so he's left side.
Mazraoui's right back.
Maz plays left centre back.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, yeah. I've completely forgotten.
Am I fucking mad?
Are you mad? He plays right centre back.
Let's not care.
My club, by the way.
Let's just go with
Yeah,
it.
crazy.
Let's just go with it.
I'll go Lenny Euro. Left centre back.
At left centre back, I go Euro.
Crazy.
Copy
Don't really
him.
matter.
Copycat.
It don't matter.
Right centre back. You first.
Oh, he's flipped it.
Right centre back. Harry Maguire. I'll say it with chest and I'll say it again. Harry Maguire.
Christian Romero.
What world are you in? Over Van der Ven as well. He's like the third best out of all these. He's
Christian Romero.
Why?
On to you now.
Why? Look, even James is shocked.
Christian Romero.
Oh, your ball knowledge kills me. It's so bad.
Romero, he's been really good for him in the Europa
Romero
League. He's not been good in the league.
Romero and Euro as a back two.
That's going to be great.
Right, okay, wait, no. James. The reason he said Romero is because of his campaign in Europe. He said not good in the league, but in Europe. Maguire has been more important to United's run, and especially with that last-minute winner against Lyon, he's been more important in the European run than what Romero's been to Spurs. So you've contradicted yourself
because
again.
he's not been a good defender. I'm talking about a defender. No, he's not. He's come up with a clutch goal, and he's like been average. But Romero's actually been very solidly defensively. They've not conceded a goal in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Because of him, he's been very good.
Look who Man United have had to face. Look who Spurs have had to face.
Right centre back.
There's no way.
For the Bance Van der Ven, why not?
Is it?
Why not?
That shows you've got more ball knowledge in because Van der Ven's a lot better of a defender than
just
Romero.
because you said,
Well, no, because
just
Van
because
der
of what
Ven's-
you said, I'll go that.
Van der Ven's a left-sided centre-back,
I do
though.
want to say Euro though.
We'll say Euro.
So you
then.
don't have Euro in your back line.
Fuck it, Euro.
Euro what? Euro Maguire?
Cut Euro.
Euro Maguire. I've gone Euro Maguire.
I went
Maguire.
I went
Euro
Romero,
Maguire.
but it could have
Maguire
been.
can
It could
play
have been.
either
It could have
side,
been.
doesn't
It could have been Van der Ven and Euro,
You know
depending
what?
on what side I decide to play Euro.
Right back.
Yeah, go on then, James.
Mazraoui. Yeah. I'm going
He
Mazraoui.
did all right as a right back for
He was brilliant as a right back.
for Eric.
I'm going
He
Dalot
did all
right
right.
back.
You're going
In
Dalot,
his actual position, Dalot right back. I think that's where he would
I'm
be
going
thrive.
bold again. Well, no, it's what you said, James. But
That's
I'm going
very
Mazraoui because at the beginning of when he first joined United, he was playing right back and he came off
for
that
Ten
Bayern
Hag-
energy.
For Ten Hag at right back, I think he played really good.
So did I. So did I.
And I thought he showed promise. It's
Didn't
only
he play
because
in Cam
a lot of
once,
the
though?
players don't fit the system right now, which is bollocks to say. But because you should be as a professional footballer, you should be able to
You should be able to adapt.
I agree,
right?
but also you get
but
bought
it fits
into
it.
systems, mate.
It
If you
fits
don't fit
him.
the system.
If you're talking about 4-3-3, it fit Maz to be playing on that right because he played well.
Yeah.
I put Dalot there.
And at that time, Dalot played on left, and
See, it's
Dalot
annoying,
did a
yeah.
pretty good job. Yes, he was leaker, but he's attacking. He did all right.
Pedro
When
Porro, not
Dalot
even in the
was right back for you last season.
Yeah, but
he was great.
Maz did well at right.
Pedro Porro, not even
think
in
you
the
just-
conversation.
No.
He's
got
been
a-
linked to him. He's had big.
He's got a whisper.
Nah.
He's got a whisper, but I just don't think
I agree
he's
with
done
you.
enough.
I just want to throw in the conversation.
He's got a whisper, but I just don't think he's done enough. Don't think he's done enough. But right, should we
Say he
go on
hasn't
to
done
our
enough again.
let's go on to our
Centre-mids.
midfield 3? Are we going to go CDM centre mid 10, or are we just going to go?
Just go like two
Two
centre mids in a cam.
CDMs or two centre mids.
Two centre mids in a cam.
And a cam.
Or two CDMs in a cam.
Yeah, if
The centre mids can play either DM.
two
or
centre mids and then you have your cam. So
Yeah, go on.
we're starting.
You should go 2 centre mids first.
Yeah,
Kind
centre
of
mids.
ski.
Go on, then off you go.
Casemiro, Ugarte.
A guy doesn't touch this team. I'd go Mainu and Sarr.
I love Mainu.
Mainu and Sarr.
I do, but
Mainu and Sarr.
Oh my God, you didn't put Mainu in your team. Oh my
Have a
goodness.
Casemiro.
you know I rate
my.
Mainu, and I talk about Mainu all the time. But if we're talking right now on current farm, I'm talking about you guys.
Big up
Guys,
Mainu. Big up my
not
guy.
No, big up me, right? I love him, right? But we're talking about if we're talking about current form right now, who would I have in that starting 11?
Mainu.
Over
Agate's
anyone.
been pretty bang
Over
average for
Agate,
you
mate.
all season. He's not really had a standout performance. He's just been 5 out of 10 every game. Like not really done. Whereas Mainu's at
Who's
least
your
had
two
moments.
then? I haven't heard your two
I've
yet.
gone Mainu and Sarr.
Mainu and Sarr. Every time he then comes with some bit of brilliance, he then has some shit with it.
Sarr's good. He's young. He's got potential to be.
Say that to Spurs fans right now. They
Over Casemiro currently.
Casemiro's
My two centre
months
mids.
ago, I would have agreed, but like Casemiro's on it at the
I
moment.
haven't really been watching United. I don't watch.
Are we
bottom half
going
games.
over? Are we going over career as well, or are we just
I'm going current form.
Current form.
Well, maybe then current form. Actually, I'll go.
No, you can't back out. You said it.
No,
Go on, your turn.
Yeah, I'm going copy Mainu. I'm going copy Mainu, and I'm going.
Oh, there's a name that I've missed. Actually, I know who I'd go.
Said it now.
I know it's controversial, but I'm going Bergval
That's who I was going to say instead of Sarr, Bergval.
instead
Actually,
of Casemiro. I'm
imagine a
going
Mainu and
Bergval.
Bergval. Yeah, that's
Such a
the one.
fake.
Yeah.
Bergval's great. He's better than any of your midfielders,
Yeah.
other than maybe.
I had to
Bailey.
think about it because I'm thinking about how young he is as well. And Casemiro, if you
I'm
said
not having
if
it.
it was over career, I would have definitely
You
agreed.
were talking about like current form as
Yeah,
well.
Bergval's been one of Spurs' best players.
He's been Spurs' best player all season.
Yeah, they're doing great down there with us, by the way. But
Only a point behind, so I wouldn't get too loud.
Okay, Cam.
Got Bruno
easy,
Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes.
I'm surprised you actually given some credit. For
I'm thinking.
I'm just being fair. You're just
I'm
being
on a wind
deluded.
up right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just being fair. You're being deluded.
I'm just trying to
in
trigger right
Cam,
now.
It's obvious,
Bruno.
isn't it? Bruno's the Cam
He's the best player in both teams.
on his day.
On his day.
When he's off his
In
day.
both-
When he's off
in
his
both
day,
teams,
he's one
he's
of
the best
worst-
player there.
He's one of the worst
No,
players.
if
in
he
both
gets
teams.
Son,
come off it.
If he's having a
Come off.
sulk and he's in a
Come
mood,
off it. Moving on.
Yeah. You could have also given a shout to
Moving on.
Kulusevski.
Are we going right wing or left wing first?
I save Kulusevski for right wing.
Right wing.
No
Are
way.
we going right wing then?
Right wing. Kulusevski.
Ahmad.
Kulusevski. Nah, not over Kulusevski.
Ahmad Isa.
Not over Kulusevski.
Ahmad Isa.
Ahmad's a Mackham, so it's Kulusevski, yeah.
Ahmad's clutch.
No, he's...
Kulusevski's
Kulusevski's
stats other
great.
than this
He's dead.
season have been amazing. And
He's been dead this
is great.
season.
I think Kulusevski.
He's been dead.
He's the only one that I'd be
There's far
worried
too
about
many
in that
Spurs players in
final.
this team anyway.
I do agree with that, yeah. But we've
Far
got to
too
make it
many.
a bit even.
No, we haven't.
I think you just got to take it into consideration that
One
you're just
club's
being
bigger.
biased and you just
Yeah.
got to take it as it is.
Oh, here we go. He's trying to strike.
Bias
a nerve.
works sometimes when you're right, and I'm always
You're
right.
not right, so
I'm
it's
always
fine.
right. I'm never wrong.
Yeah, so I'd say, Kulusevski
Never
on the
ever,
right. Up
ever
front.
wrong.
Pardon?
Up front.
No, we'll go left wing then up front, I reckon, yeah. Left wing.
Okay, left wing.
We've gone right, haven't we?
We've gone right, now left wing. James, it's your turn.
Garnacho.
He doesn't mean that. He doesn't
Right.
mean that.
So
He doesn't mean
I'd actually take most left wing options from Spurs instead of
Garnacho.
actually.
What?
Take Son.
Garnacho.
Human Son is the left winger.
Son.
Garnacho. And for that, because I'm having Son up front.
Okay, fair enough. But
I'm
I
having
know
Garnacho left because I'm having Son up front.
I mean,
Okay.
Even
Who are you putting up front?
Dominic Solanke.
Who am I putting up front?
You forgot about Tom Solanke.
Yeah, Dominic Solanke's up front.
You
The
forgot
front
about
three.
Solanke.
Oh my God, Spurs get all the front three.
Nah, you know what? When
No, he
there's,
didn't.
it's tight.
No, maybe for you.
It's tight between Ahmad
Take
and
that badge off your
and
shirt.
Kulusevski.
We've both agreed on it.
Yeah, because you.
I only said, to be fair, I think it is a Spurs front three, and then I also
It
think
is a Spurs front three.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's literally not, though. It's literally not.
I think is that 6-5. So I think there's more.
It's
Spurs players.
It's literally not, though.
It is.
How is it? We all know that United are going to win. So how is it a Spurs front
Spurs
three?
front three.
Obviously, Son walks whatever position in the front three. Obviously, he's going to be up front.
So does Solanke.
How does Ahmad not fit into that team?
He doesn't.
How?
Because he's just.
You're laughing because you're not screwing yourselves.
No. Ahmad is a
He's a clutch player, and he's passionate, and he's a good player.
He's cute.
He's cute.
Oh, he does.
He's cute. Don't disrespect him like that.
No, he does. He does.
Sound like him with Havertz.
He does things with games that are like that don't matter.
Oh,
What do you mean don't matter?
That's
You're not seeing him against Liverpool.
The United fans are going to come for Joe
God,
this.
that was glorious.
I'm telling you that now.
Garnacho, Ahmad, Son up front. And that is the only right answer.
Son and Solanke, and
Because these two clowns, especially coming from an Arsenal fan, putting 3 Spurs players up front, that is disgusting.
I put Man United's midfield.
He should be ashamed.
I agree with that. At least
he should be ashamed.
I did most of it to wind
Yeah,
you
because
up.
you're just a wind-up little.
He's
But
actually meant that.
he should be ashamed.
He's meant that.
Ashamed.
It's a bit of a disgrace, really.
A disgrace.
It's a disgrace. Right. So
Some gunner you are.
So James, your team is
the one I do take
There's
back.
some gunner you
There
are.
is
Oh, you
one
can't
I
take it back now.
It is Casemiro over Bergvall. That was a wind-up. That was the biggest
I don't actually think
wind-up.
that's the wind-up. I think it's that Ahmad gets
Ahmad doesn't get in over Kulusevski.
Ahmad walks that team right now.
Get in over
Ahmad,
Kulusevski.
all right, my wind-up was...
How do you pick Kulusevski over Ahmad right now? How?
Just watch Kulusevski play football.
No.
He's probably one.
ranking.
He's one of
Calm
Spurs. In my opinion, he's one of the better players for Spurs. In my opinion, Kulusevski.
Well, no, the rattle is that it's Ahmad. Ahmad gets in over Kulusevski off of just general play and clutchness recently. So that's the truth. I'm not joking about Bergvall. He gets in over Casemiro though.
Nah,
No, he does
Casemiro
not.
gets in over Bergvall.
He literally doesn't.
Casemiro gets
has
in over Bergvall.
nothing left to give.
Oh
How
my
can you
goodness.
disrespect him? Like
You know
that?
what he's going to give Casemiro? He's going to score the winning goal in the Europa League
He is,
final
he is,
tonight.
he is.
If anyone's going to do it,
Yeah,
it'll be
I'll put money on
Casemiro.
that.
How much?
20 quid.
Okay, go on then.
Can you look down the camera and say it? Because I would say it with
Yeah.
Chest as well.
He's going to.
Casemiro's going to do it.
Casemiro's going to score the
Casemiro's
winner.
going to do it. Yeah. You know what? Casemiro will win it.
He will.
And
He
when
will.
he does.
And
when he does, right.
we'll be calling you up, going Bergvall.
I'm getting you, and you're wearing this shirt, and I'm going to drag you down Market Street.
Oh
No.
I'm going to drag you down there with
Couldn't
the
pay
people.
him. He couldn't do anything to get me in a United shirt.
Well, I got him in an Arsenal shirt the other week.
No, you didn't. Bit of a weird.
I pour corn on you as well down Market Street. That stuff stinks, man.
Right, anyway, after those heavily debated 11s, we'll move on to the transfer window. It's heating up again, and Jeremy Frimpong's joined Liverpool as the Trent Alexander-Arnold replacement. 30 million. That's a great deal.
And he's an Arsenal fan.
No one asked.
Let's talk about Arsenal, even though I'm a secret Spurs fan.
He's technically, for
Front
Leverkusen, been a right wing back, which obviously...
Spurs
He's
front three.
literally an Arsenal fan.
Spurs front three? You mad? Sorry.
Alright. No one cares that he's an Arsenal fan, so I don't know why he's still rambling on.
He suits Liverpool.
He does
Yeah.
suit Liverpool very well.
Plays that right wing back role for Leverkusen, which will basically be what
Because
Trent
Liverpool
does.
are winning Prem next season. Like, don't wink at me.
Yeah, it's 30 million's a great deal for him, to be fair.
I think it's a brilliant deal. How they got him for that cheap, I don't actually know.
We'd have paid 8.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think
it.
Oh,
most teams
you
would.
got a release clause of 30. All right, okay, we'll give you 65. We'll just make sure it's definitely done. You love overpaying for players. Anthony,
Next.
That's the only
Sancho.
way you can get anyone to join us.
Next.
16th place.
Next,
Anyway,
Spurs fans. Next.
Gyökeres to Arsenal or Man United. What's going to happen there?
We're going to win Europa. He comes United. Ed, do you have any words with that?
He believes
It's
you, I
not,
reckon.
it's not for your club. It's for your rivals.
Yeah, I'm more
Because you're a Spurs
confident ever that
Front three.
he'd go to Arsenal over United. Gyökeres. He's our new technical director.
Gyökeres goes where? United.
Arsenal. Any day
Why?
over United. In a better position.
I have
in-
said for a
in
long
current
time I
football.
could see him go Arsenal.
And he fits it. He
Why
fits
would he go
that
to
piece
finish
of the
second?
puzzle.
Innit? When he can win Champions League.
United.
Or join
win
a
the
project that's actually exciting.
Innit?
We're
I'm not excited right now. I'm
project.
not going to lie. I'm not excited at all.
But you can you can just see it now that the one thing we've missed out on
It's
is a strike.
Do you think
scoring
it's suit?
goals.
Do you think it's suit Arsenal?
Very much so, which is annoying. I think Isak would have suited us even more, but we can't get what we want all the time, and I'm happy.
You don't get what you want any of the time.
We'll settle with.
So you want to win the league,
Gyökeres.
but you can't do that.
5 years.
We'll settle.
No finals.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. That'll be all right.
That's all right, mate.
Gyökeres, mate.
That's all right, mate.
That's all right.
That's
We'll
all
keep,
right, mate.
it's a stepping stone.
That's all right, governor.
It's a stepping stone. We're
It's
going
all
up.
right.
We're going
It's
up the
all right.
Himalayan mountains. It's a stepping stone.
Yeah, mate. It's all right.
It's only another 24 kilometres to go.
But I'm confident.
Stealing my jokes now. Yeah.
Really am. When you've got other like Man United influencers that are like it's happening, and you've got Fabrizio Romano reporting on him and Berta having meetings, you know, I'd be very shocked for Gyökeres not to sign for Arsenal. I'm going to say that if he goes anywhere else, I think if he goes to England, he's going Arsenal. Otherwise, I don't think he'll actually go to England. I've got a weird feeling he'd go somewhere.
Where's he go?
Arsenal are just the only team I can see in my head.
Outside of England, you.
I don't. I don't know. I just
I've seen him on move. I did it.
He comes United because
Heritage.
You don't even
United-
care about Amrin
History.
now. You don't care about Amrin.
United
he
are
just
winners.
won the league without him.
United are winners.
No, you're not. What, 17th?
Arsenal
16th?
are not. We might be 17th,
16th.
but we've won trophies in
Yeah,
our...
but you're not going to get any...
In what
you're
would
not
be
getting
considered
anywhere near
our
the top
banter
four.
era, we've won
I don't care about
so
that.
much more.
There we go, talking about the past again.
Yeah,
Keep going.
I know
about
it's the past,
Keep
but
going about the past.
I'm not
really
really
though.
talking
It's not
about.
really the
I'm
past.
talking about current right now.
Who's finishing higher next season?
I'm talking about
United
current right
or
now.
Arsenal. Who's finishing
You
higher?
dream of the trophies
Who's
we've
finishing
won.
higher? He's finishing higher.
It don't matter
He's
because we won a.
finishing higher.
We're going to win a trophy.
Answer the question.
Where's your trophy?
He's finishing
Where's
higher.
your trophy?
So why would you
We
want to
beat
go
Real
to
Madrid
a side?
trophy.
Why would you want to go to a side that are going to finish in the bottom half of the
We're
Premier
not though.
League?
Next season we won't.
Yeah, you will.
We'll shock you. We won't.
You will finish mid-table to bottom half.
won't.
And even if you sign
We won't.
Gyökeres, you'll still finish mid-table.
No, we get Gyökeres and we finish top 6.
There we go. So, again...
I was holding it for so long.
There we go.
Yeah,
But
that's a bit-
like to see that.
I've always seen him go Arsenal. If we're speaking real right now,
I reckon he
I've always
flops.
seen him going Arsenal.
Say that down the camera, Joe.
I reckon he flops if he goes to Arsenal because it's just a bottle job club, and he would just end up crumbling under the fans going North London forever. Yeah,
Whatever the weather.
But
Bukayo
that's
Saka
actually right,
forever.
mate.
Right.
That's quite decent,
I'm
that.
practicing.
Yeah, but I fair play. You can say what you want, man. About
To be fair, there's
about
just a different
anyone.
standard.
Tell you what, you can be cocky when it's done. Move
Exactly.
on.
I'm not even being cocky. It's more that I'm saying.
That's how it goes.
Boring.
It's more what it's more what I'm saying. If we were to sign anyone in the world right now, you two wouldn't be excited by it, would you?
What?
If we signed literally anyone in the world, you two wouldn't even be excited or worried about it. You'd go, "Oh, they just joined Arsenal." So
Why
what's
would I
the
be
point?
excited about your club getting a player?
That's another thing. Yeah.
Why would you be worried about? You wouldn't be worried.
I won't
about
be worried
if we
about the
signed
Gunners.
anyone.
No. I'm not worried about you at all.
Thank you. This is what I'm saying.
No,
You're
'cause it's just
feeding
like-
into it. You're doing exactly what they want.
Oh, you are the most deluded.
Doing exactly what
You
they
are
want.
deluded.
Oh, you know
You're
what? I was
doing
going to
it.
talk about that. I was going to talk
Delusion.
about another player, but I don't even know if I want to because it'll just feed this man.
Innit? We're moving straight on.
Right, Rodrigo. Apparently he's linked to Arsenal, Man United. Which one's he going to choose again?
Again, United.
Good. Right.
See that one? That
I-
one's
I
got
don't-
more of a chance. It's
I
got
don't-
more of a chance.
I don't think
Joe,
he's coming out.
Do you want this to be called the Joe?
I don't
show?
think he's
'Cause
coming
all
out.
it is you shouting down a microphone.
Can I speak? I don't think he's coming either.
You don't.
No.
You think he stays at Madrid? He doesn't look very happy.
I think
there.
someone's got to go. Put these arms on. I think someone's got to go.
Someone's got to go. Who's going?
Someone's got to go. I don't know. It's either him or Vinny in it, but it's going to be Rodrigo.
You see that? Look?
But does he come United?
Shush me.
Does
You
he come
hear him
United
shush
in the
me?
state that United
Keep it
are in
down,
right
keep
now?
it down, keep it down. You're being a bit too loud.
In there, shouting us again.
Apparently, I've been the one shouting, but he just shouted at me. Anyway, yeah, I reckon he goes United. Rodrigo goes to a pretty much same level club.
Both of them.
Maybe both. Maybe if you
Be
win
on
the
board
Europa
with me
League.
for this. just for the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rodrigo, if either side sign him,
Will he flop in the Prem?
No way.
That's what I
If
thought.
if either side sign him, they're going to sign a winger that will become. If he plays left wing, which is what he's going to do if he moves, because he is an out and out left winger that's being played at right wing. He'll become one of the best left wingers in the
bit
Prem, or
dainty.
if not, he'll be the best left winger in the Prem.
We need a forward. We don't need a winger.
He's going to be the best.
we need
he would
a
be.
full
If he came to the
fucking
Prem, he
offer.
would be the best left winger in the Prem.
We need a striker out and out. That's why Gyökeres is coming.
Yeah, but you want that. But is it happening?
Probably not. Moving on.
Well,
Real Madrid.
yeah,
God, the clipping in these audios.
Dean Huijsen has been confirmed to go to Real Madrid.
Yeah, cool.
Confirmed, 100% done deal. Posted on everything. It's as soon as the
I
season
thought you
ends.
said he
he's
was
off.
going to your club, Joe.
How do you feel about that?
How do you feel about that,
I think it's a
Joe?
bit of a shame that he's not staying in the Prem, but you know what? If he's going to go off work with Xabi Alonso in a 3-back system where he's going to be playing next to Rudiger and either Asensio or Alaba or Edmund
I think it'd be
Or,
Militao, I reckon. Next
but
season.
it's a strong system that he's going to thrive and probably win a lot of trophies. So
I mean, when Real Madrid come knocking, you don't really.
exactly, you don't really
I
question
like
it.
what he said as well, like being like Spanish, and he said that he's looked up to Sergio Ramos his whole life, and he wants to emulate his career and wants to be like him. And
That's a crazy call.
it's a crazy thing for him to say,
Big
moving
call,
to
but he is-
Madrid. But if you're young, you have to make these big statements, and he needs to now back it up when he plays for Madrid, which I think he will. He does it for Spain, the national side, quite well as well now, and I really believe in the lad. I think Dean Huijsen's he's going to be
Ed Brooks show.
You're not allowed to give your opinion, mate.
You know,
Yeah, but when I do it,
so
apparently
unlikable.
it's a Joe Loudon show, so I've got to make it.
It is
I
because
gotta
you're
give it
like
fair.
really loud.
Anyway, no, I agree with you.
Wait, joking, just
He's 9.
Joe, Jesus.
All right, another one for you two to
Well, he's-
absolutely squabble about. By
But
the
he's
way,
19. Well, I was going to say before, he's 19, so he actually has got a chance to emulate Ramos's career.
Yeah, brilliant.
Young enough.
I think it'll be brilliant. He's going to have an amazing career. On, next transfer.
Sean
Gotta listen to you two
Garcia, wanted by
squabble again.
Arsenal, Newcastle, and also Madrid, Barca, Bayern Munich. There's a lot of European clubs in for him, but apparently Arsenal and Newcastle are the two ones that are front running.
I know, isn't that crazy? That is crazy. He's so talented and so young, yet he's got such a low release clause. What is it?
25 million.
25 mil, and he's that
No, that's
good.
25 million euros. So I think it's
Yeah.
like 21 million pounds.
So whoever gets him, it's going to be a bargain. He's going to be a brilliant goalie for the future.
Well, I think what's the point of Arsenal needing him? Because Raya proved just at the weekend that he's a good enough shot stopper. Maybe his distribution is going to take a little bit of work.
Distribution's the reason. Raya put himself in that position against you guys a lot.
But a lot
He
of
can't
the thing
distribute
about a
the
lot of
ball.
keepers that are distributing the ball, if they do mess up, they don't make up for it because they
I agree.
make a
Yeah.
big enough mistake and then they're not good enough as a goalkeeper to save it.
Do you know what's funny? With Arsenal, the only area we're ruthless in is the goalkeeper. We had Bernd Leno, who was a proper decent goalie. Sorry, mate, Ramsdale's coming in. We brought Ramsdale in. He starts doing well. Sorry, mate, Raya's here. So it wouldn't surprise me as well, even before we sign a Gyökeres, a Sesko, a striker, or whatever, the position we need, it wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal go out and get another goalkeeper because it would just be so typical Arsenal. It really wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but we've been hunting a goalkeeper now for about since Pope got injured last season. We've been really hunting a keeper.
You need someone available.
We need someone who's going to be there. We need someone who's young, someone that can develop with the squad. Like we were linked to Trafford. Apparently, this guy is a few years older, so he's ready to just come straight into the first team. None of this development.
23, 24?
23, turning 24 before the beginning of next season. So like he'll be 24 at the beginning of next season. Yeah, you know what? If he doesn't happen, we'll probably end up going back in for Trafford, even though he's just got promoted. But I'm not too fussed. And obviously, if you didn't get him, you'd stick with Raya. He's probably the best in
But
the
we
league.
do need another goalie because now we've only got one goalkeeper in the entire squad because Neto, who's here on loan, has gone back to now Bournemouth. Thank God, because it's
No,
one
you have another.
appearance
You have a
was
youth keeper.
Appalling. Yeah, it was Hine, and again he's out on a 2-year loan. So we next year we currently got only one keeper on the book. So again, it makes sense to sign a goalie.
Yeah, but it depends, because if he's looking to play first team football, I don't see the point of him going to Arsenal to sit behind David Raya.
He
Like,
compete again.
He'd
We're
compete.
ruthless.
He'd battle
He'd
against
battle.
He'd compete,
He'd battle
but
like
if
what
he then-
happened with
it. It'd only
Ramsdale,
take a
right?
couple of good performances.
But
and
say
then-
if he
I
was
totally
say if he
agree
was
with
knocking
you.
on the door and then he gets there,
Then
he
we
doesn't have the
sell
greatest
Raya.
performance, and then Raya's then in for the rest of the season. Like it just stumbles, it stops him from developing. Whereas if he comes into another team where he's going to get first team football,
We just don't know what's going to happen really with that.
Yeah.
We don't know at all.
but
Moving on to Manchester United, nearly all
Well, it's
done. It's
pretty
looking
much confirmed.
quite secure.
Finally, some.
You're actually going to sign a half decent, really decent player.
We need a forward, don't we? that is.
I don't know where you're going to play him. Where do you think you're going to play him?
left 10,
Because
What's that?
I wouldn't say he's not an out-and-out
not a
striker.
striker, left 10.
That would cook.
Imagine that.
It would fit your system
And then
quite well
Gyökeres
on the
up front. Oh, stop it.
Yeah, I really think. What? Yeah,
What?
I didn't realise he said
I got him.
I was thinking too much about him being.
got him.
And then I could hear it. Oh, well played. I'll tell you what. The other.
So
Get
Gyökeres is going.
Mateta in as well.
Mateta.
Now,
I don't think he leaves now.
If you, with that again, another point, like you just said, Mateta, don't think he leaves. I don't believe you get Mark Guehi now because they've now got European football. He's the captain of Crystal Palace. He's going to go on that European. Crystal Palace's first European tour. He's not missing
talk about
that.
it because
saying that.
Crystal Palace have beaten Manchester City in the final of the FA Cup to get themselves into Europa League football. It's their first trophy ever in their history.
Props to them.
And yeah, they beat City 1-0 with an Eberiche Eze goal in the first half.
I've said many a time, it's a different opinion to you two, but out of all the fans, I've gone all around England watching Premier League for years, and Palace are the best fans I've ever seen, and I think Palace fans in England are
It's not your lot, is it?
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
Not
definitely
me?
not Arsenal
Not your
fans.
lot.
Definitely not us, no. But like, I'm
Yours
not
are like
claiming it.
second worst.
But I think Palace have got unbelievable
dirty
fans.
Scousers.
And when you see, but when you see the passion of them fans,
City are
to
probably
see
third
that team that like with Eze, with Mark Guehi, these young like England players, and winning the FA Cup, it's just so in the DNA of what the FA Cup's about, man. And it was beautiful to watch. I think to see him go on their first like big European tour as well.
Watch Henderson do it though.
Oh, and Henderson!
Yeah, Henderson was crazy.
Can we talk about that performance, man?
The fact that he saved the penalty and saved
I scream,
like
mate.
4 or
Limbs
5
were thrown.
different, like probably they were like such high volume chances.
He should have been the successor to De Gea. I said it from day one. Should have been.
He couldn't handle the
De
pressure.
Gea probably shouldn't have left, but at the time it made sense because of what was
It did,
going on.
but if you would have replaced him with Henderson, I think you're now starting to see the Henderson that everyone saw years ago, that like this young ability, and now he's starting to grow.
I rate him, but I don't know.
handle the pressure.
There's a reason he's moved.
He couldn't handle the pressure.
There's a reason. I don't know about that.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know about that.
He just turned up to an FA Cup final against
no,
Man
I
City.
don't know.
and
I think
saved
it's
a
the
penalty.
expectation
I
of a
think he
club
could.
like Man United.
I think he could carry.
He definitely could.
He could carry the shirt. He could. But
I'll tell you one thing, he'd do amazing at that club.
I just
he'd
think
do really well. He'd do amazing. He'd do better than
there's a reason he moved.
Wow, he'd do really well.
Maybe.
There is a reason he moved, but and I'd like to give it up for Eze as well. Like the guy is like carried Palace along with Elise last year. Elise leaving, and we've talked about how well he's done at Bayern, but Eze to like really take step up, and everyone's talked about it, how like the ability Eze has. Yet none of the like big six or anyone in around that have gone, let's buy him. Whereas I think that's
because he's got that
shame
because
because
he's got that
the ability.
£65 million release clause, and they won't take anything under that. And no club right now is
I
probably
think
going
he'd
to
want
take
to
that.
stay in London.
Also, he's 26 now.
Mate,
he's
think-
not
I
as
think
young as
if
anyone.
you want to stay in London.
If you're Tottenham Hotspur, you are so stupid not to go in for him and pay that release clause.
I think
agree.
if I was him, I'd stay up.
So would I. You've got European football.
Why would you go Tottenham for
Yeah.
instead
Depends
of
if they
Palace?
get Champions League.
They're not going to.
They're not going to get it because United will get it, and then Spurs are completely out of Europe.
We'll see. But I think anything.
He genuinely wants Tottenham to win.
I don't care who wins.
You just went, let's see.
Forced rivalry, that's why.
They do it with every club, forced rivalries. Them lot.
Not more than United.
Just don't care enough. I just think we'll see because anyone could win that game.
Stop playing
It's a
character
final.
now.
It's a final. Anyone could win that game. It's like
It'll be United.
fair enough. Well, I'd say the last player we should probably talk about moving to the losing side of the FA Cup final is Morgan Gibbs-White is apparently very strongly linked to Man City, considering Florian Wirtz is now off the cards. What do you think of that?
What do you mean Florian Wirtz is off the cards?
Apparently, it's been confirmed that Florian Wirtz is not choosing Manchester City.
I don't believe that.
Have you heard that?
Fabrizio.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I still don't believe it. I bet it will come to the
Fabrizio
last week or last month.
Fabrizio
of the
said
transfer
that
window.
his parents have basically come out and said,
I don't know if
Bayern's
it's-
the destination, pretty much.
Yeah.
Bayern. We'll see. All I'm going to say is we'll see, because I don't see a world they lose Kevin De Bruyne and don't replace him with someone like a. So there's no way.
I think he's the only one I can think of that could replace him.
Musiala could, but he's already at Bayern.
He's not leaving.
He's not leaving Bayern. He's signed a massive contract anyway. But Florian Wirtz, I think, fits. He'd tear up the Prem. Hey?
Imagine they go back after Cole Palmer.
Could you imagine if they go for a Bruno Guimaraes?
He wouldn't. He won't go back.
Could you imagine that? If they just start raiding. Imagine if they start raiding Newcastle.
Good luck.
Good luck. Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? They've got so much money, and you think
you've got the biggest ego out of the three of us, and it's the smallest club. It absolutely blows my mind.
You said what I thought then. Yeah, spot on, James.
It blows my mind.
Oh, okay.
I might come across like I have the bigger ego, but it's you, mate.
I think all the players that are at our club at the moment are here to stay.
Yeah, and then City come, lots of money, come to us, we'll win a title, and then instantly you're out of the picture again.
No. We can demand whatever fee we want for most of our players now, so it's kind of...
Where have they got
if
that
they really
ego
want,
from?
if they really, what do you mean that ego from?
Where have you got that ego
Yeah, backs.
from?
Where have you got that ego from?
Where have you got it?
Like a little crybaby. Most Arsenal fans, though, to be fair.
Right, moving on from delusion.
Nah, but Morgan Gibbs White, I reckon, would do really well at City. I reckon Morgan Gibbs White would do quite well.
We're already here. It's that time of the video, James.
Right, guys, where am I looking again?
No, come on, you look straight down that camera. No, actually, let's do the wide lens, so it's not as intense. So it's nice and easier on you, James.
Remember,
Gotta cut all this.
That camera. Here we go. James, take it away.
You what? It's because you whispered in my ear.
Right.
That's dead embarrassing, that.
Right.
I just said that. I said, don't say what's in that.
We need to get rid of Joe from the podcast.
Okay, so tell me what to say.
Follow us on all social media platforms.
Follow us on all social media platforms.
Right, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Does that work?
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Go for it, James. Take it away.
We're not doing this if you're going to go,
follow us on all social media.
No, go on, mate. Go.
Follow us on all social media. Ah, you're talking over me.
Typical.
Follow us on all social media platforms. TikTok, Insta, at the Free Gaffers. YouTube, like and subscribe. What?
YouTube is also the Three Gaffers as well, yeah. But yeah, liking and subscribing.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
So what have we spoken about this week,
I don't
James?
even know, mate.
We spoke about the Premier League this weekend and how United lost, Spurs lost.
I'm going to touch on that later, you know what I mean?
Newcastle lost. Arsenal secured Champions League football. Forest give themselves a chance of Champions League football. And then we also spoke about the Europa League final. That's how you do an outro, mate. That was unbelievable. I've got to give you that.
No, you're being cussing me out all
These two
episode.
are
You can put your hand down.
Wow. Wow.
What a mate. Imagine.
I was going to dap you up then I remembered you parded me.
Yeah, he's been part of us all episode.
I will continue at this and I will knock your socks off next time.
He will eventually get himself an outro sorted.
Blood, sweat and tears with this outro.
He means everything. But yeah,
I
so
think you were doing a really good job, and then Joe
I was, yeah, and then he started. Yeah, I had it. I had it in there.
You had a flow.
oh, you didn't. You were crumbling by hand.
I wasn't because I got into the position. I was ready. And what do you do again?
Makes
What
it
do
the
you do
Joe
again?
show.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
All about me.
Here we go.
All about me and my.
I'm sorry that I'm just so popular and loved by everyone.
Are you, mate?
Are you?
No, I'm quite sad.
We love you, Joe.
I don't.
No, I'm only joking. So, well, we'll see you next week. Next Wednesday will be our end of season review because the Premier League season will be wrapped up by then.
It's a bit sad, isn't it?
I know, it's a bit of a tough one.
Can't wait for it to be over.
Then we'll get involved into the summer action and everything. But
Can't wait for it to be over.
also, you've got the Champions League final the Wednesday that this will be the next episode.
I know who's watching that. It's all about Europa. Biggest club in the world.
Anyway,
Manchester United. Champions League Europe.
Tottenham Hotspur,
Champions League next season.
winners of the Europa League.
We're going to get through the group stages and we're going to go on a cup run, mate.
Arsenal, second place.
And Arsenal will be second place again.
Anyway, guys.
We'll see you next week. Thank you very much for watching. We've been the Free Gaffers. See ya.